Welcome to the South Bay Guitar Show, and with us tonight for this show is my good friend Marvin McDaniel, who's going to come and play some tunes and talk about his history and his instruments. And welcome, Marvin, to Lawndale.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you again.
Long time no see.
Long time.
Great.
So, what is it you're playing there right now, the Fender that you got?
This is a 62 reissue, Shoreline Gold. I think it's like a 97. 62 reissue.
Rosewood neck.
Yeah, rosewood neck, you know, got the kind of shoreline color to it, beach.
Yeah, that's pretty. Is it pretty stock setup, just the way you bought it?
Everything is stock. Everything I use is stock.
I see there's no tremolo arm on there, so you just play it straight as is.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Oh, that's nice. And tell us about what the gear you brought in you're running through.
Okay.
A lot of effects and pedals.
I have a TC Electronic stereo chorus flanger pitch. This is a T-Rex replica. It's like a tape delay. You know, you tap
the old Echoplex
yeah,
tape.
like that. You can set it to tempos, the time, and the delay. It's actually really good delay. And I have an old Ibanez 808.
And that's a collector's item.
Yeah, I found out that it really is. I bought it when it first came out. You know, I think I paid like $39 for it.
Wow.
At Guitar Center.
Now everybody knows that's the pedal of preference for Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah,
they get
I didn't know that at the
screaming
time
tone.
because I didn't know who Stevie Ray Vaughan was. I mean, but when I actually started listening to the blues, I said, "Why did I do this heavy?"
Yeah.
And when I finally heard it, checked him out. I mean, I would buy albums and records of all the time guitar players, and when I had time, I'd get to it. And when I started listening to the blues and listened to it, and I got hip to his name, and then I found out. Even after that, I didn't know that he used this. I found out after the fact. Had a friend of mine, a guy I know, and it's weird that I just saw him like 2 days ago, first time in 20-some years. His name is Jeff Ross. He's actually a great guitar player. He had mentioned to me, you should get that old pedal.
Tried to buy it off you?
Yeah, I only kept the pedal because of a recording I did years ago and the way it sounded. I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep it just because of that.
Yeah.
And then use it. I didn't use it for 20 years, you know.
Do you find that you change up from time to time and mix it up and bring in and out different pedals
all the
and
time.
effects?
It depends on what you're playing, who you're playing with, you know. I mean, because basically pedals are
What you're in the mood for.
Yeah, for the mood, it's like for color, you know. I don't practice with pedals, no, you know.
Right,
I
straight
use
through.
Yeah, straight through, just straight guitar.
Don't eat up the batteries that way either.
Yeah, you know.
Or wear out the circuitry.
Yeah, so it's.
What else you got there?
Okay, this is a full drive by Full Tone. I'm kind of digging Full Tone stuff. This stuff is pretty good, you know. It's a full overdrive, basic overdrive booth. I think it's a compressor too, I think. This is a Rockwell Hellbender, and that's actually an overdrive too. It's similar to the Two Screamer. I picked it up, you know, I buy used stuff. I'm a Guitar Center. People trade in, I just try different things out.
Fun experiment.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's got its own little thing to it, you know, which is different. And okay, the pedal power, of course, is running everything. It's my source of power. Then you have the EP booster, this little pedal here, and the Full Tone Deja Vibe, which is, you know,
sort of a roto vibe sound,
that type of thing.
That classic sound, sort of like Jimi Hendrix.
And you can get like a little Leslie feel out of it too,
right.
if you dial, the speed up a little bit. And of course the old Boss tuner.
Yeah.
And the Full Tone wah. I find this to be, to me, I think this is probably one of the best wahs out there.
You like the sweep on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, they talk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, wah, all wah ones are not the same. I have a lot of the Thomas Organ.
The older,
I got an old 60-some box, like an OG box.
Right.
One of those.
And the Thomas Organ was modeled after the Vox.
Yeah, after the Vox. So, which are really good wahs too. You know, all this other stuff they got now. But I think this is probably one of the best wahs. My personal preference.
That's battery run, right? That's not.
No, it's got. It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, man. It's both. You know,
Oh.
so it's wired in with everything here.
So I remember the old Morleys when they came out as sort of the first AC.
Yeah, the big old
little bit
cable.
of the big cable.
Big-
That's
big
right.
pedals,
That's
too,
right.
so.
And you'd get a little bit of sometimes radio interference with it.
Yeah.
You don't have any problems with any of this.
Sometimes it depends because you play in places where they have these lights, you know, these little
Right.
Christmas lights and like a lot
Yeah,
of places. And
fluorescent
yeah, and then
buzz
you know, Strat,
sometimes.
they automatically buzz
Yeah, it's
anyway.
like an
so,
antenna.
yeah, get this radio station off of it. But yeah, man, this is pretty much what but basically I'm only using maybe 3 pedals because these are backups. The 2 screamers are backup for this and vice versa. So
Right. You want a little extra punch, you just keep.
yeah, well, I
up.
never use 2 of them together. You know, but you know, certain things, and it's the weird thing about this too. If you play a certain guitar too, like a Gibson, that sound different, Les Paul, with this setup, with
That's
with
true.
So you got to switch, you know, pedals for different
that's
axes too. So
Yeah.
but I find I'm still searching, you know, trying to find that ultimate. That's why I asked you about.
Yeah. It's fun to grow.
Yeah,
and
just
try
find, you
new
know,
stuff.
it's kind of endless, but basically you kind of got to get it out yourself. But it's nothing, and I just really tapped into it. I was telling you about the whole amp thing.
Yeah.
I never knew about turning the amp all the way up and the tone you get from that.
Just get the rattle natural.
Yeah, because I could never play loud enough somewhere without getting, you know, thrown out. So
knock at the door.
yeah, too damn loud, too loud, whatever, you know. So, and I'm kind of like digging that a lot more now. You know,
a natural.
natural.
Sort of pure
That's
sound.
like, man, because
That's very vintage.
you got to dig in yourself to get what you want, you know. And so I'm finding that, you know, I bought this little deluxe reverb, and I only bought it because I was actually trying the guitar out, and I said, they had it in the little room in the guitar center, a little soundproof room, right? So I said, let me just see what it sounds like. Let me just turn it all the way up.
Yeah.
And so I turned it up, man. I was blown away. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I had one back in the 70s, and
Yeah.
I think I kind of damaged the speakers from doing that a lot.
Yeah. So I had
But it
no
sounded great in the
I didn't know
beginning.
that it did that, you
Yeah.
know. So I said, oh, that's why people get these little amps. But I could see myself paying $1,000 for an amp with just one little speaker, that little, you know. That's just too much money. But I mean, it serves its purpose. And so, you know, if you got the right people, you know, micing you, you can find that sweet spot, you know, with it.
What'd you bring in to play through today?
That's a custom shop. It's a DS reissue Vibe Verb 115. I'm really liking this amp a lot. It's smaller than a twin, bigger than a deluxe.
Yeah.
But it has
Fills that gap.
Yeah, but it has the power to do.
So you would play with this rig when you're doing shows out in clubs and whatnot?
Yeah, lately I've been doing this. Yeah, I've been using this quite a bit lately. It's working. You know what I mean? It cranks.
Yeah.
For what it does. You know, I've been experimenting with different speakers, and you know, I got Vibra Kings and Twins and Supers, and I just find myself kind of getting more to the bigger speakers. It's like the fatness.
That's true. You get a little more bottom end tones
Yeah, man.
you don't get with small ones.
With the tennis, you don't get. You know, it sounds good, but then when you really start digging in, and you see why, you know, cats like Stevie and certain guys, they went to these. So, no, Stevie used these too, I heard, you know, Vibe Verb, along with, you know, Twins and whatever. But Twins have a certain punch to it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So certain things you can't get from the 10s, you know, you get from the 15 or 12. So
Now, I know because we've talked before, but someone watching this right now for their benefit, tell us how many guitars and how many amps do you personally have?
I don't actually say that on TV now.
No one knows where you live.
Okay, well, I got quite a few.
Yeah.
I got quite a few, more than I need. So, and it's like, it's like a habit. I mean, it's like a drug to me, you know. And I'm inspired by guitars.
And they're all different. Everyone has its own
I got
unique playing.
different strats, and I don't have I don't have 2 strats that sound the same.
That's true.
I might
I'm
have
the same way.
I might have 20 strats, and you know, but I don't have not 2 of them that sound exactly the same, and they all vary a little bit, you know. And it's amazing how the same guitar, same maker, you know, and you would think, well, it's just a Strat or just a Tele. No,
Right.
just
But
a
someone
Les
that
Paul.
doesn't play may not know that, but another guitar player certainly
and,
knows
and when
that.
you find one to have that thing, you know it, you know. And some has, like I said, like my friends say, the voodoo. Some have that, some don't, and you know, but you can play a lot of Strats. And you know, what I normally do when I buy a Strat, if I buy a guitar, I go through a lot of them. And I try to find the best one out of it. I tell the guy, pull out and bring another one out.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to purchase one,
You ever had one just right off the bat and say,
yeah,
oh, that's
I
it?
had well, quite a few. I had one I lost. Actually, I wanted to buy it. It was a custom shop 60 reissue. And when I actually played a 60, I had a 60 not sold. I wish I would never sold it, but I played this guitar, and I was, was buying it from, this big store, guitar store.
Yeah.
I say no names, but and the salesman, now would say, hey, can I get this on my, on my card? He said, well, I don't know if you can do that, same as cash, whatever. But he didn't know. He was young. He didn't know. And so I played this guitar for about 2 weeks. Like, wow, this is it. This is it. And, and he didn't know. He told me what I couldn't. But then I called a friend of mine who normally works at the place, a manager. I said, oh, yeah, no problem. Because he know I buy a lot of stuff. And then I said, I'm coming down to get it. And I came down, it was gone. Oh. And that happened to me twice. But I had some stuff too that I was buying that I messed up on too, because all I had to do was just put a little money on it.
That's true, down payment.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time, but
Now let me ask you, you brought in all solid bodies, and basically these are modeled after Fender design.
Yeah.
You also play semi-hollow.
Yeah,
and
I got
hollow
quite a few
bodies?
semi-hollow bodies too. I got Gill, Gretsch, Gibson, Ibanez.
So that depends on what you're doing, either playing live or recording.
Recording, or it depends on what kind of gig I'm doing.
Now, again, I know some of your history, but tell us, who are some of the people you've played with over the years? Ooh. Some that people might recognize the name.
Well, I played with Shaka Khan. I played with this rapper named DJ Quick. These singers, TLC. I recorded with Montel Jordan, the album, this is how we do it. But when I actually did the recording, I didn't know what it was. It was just music. So when I was actually playing, I was just laying guitar track. In. Yeah, did that. Oh man, Nancy Wilson. It's a track on her album. I worked with Randy Jackson on that. I had a lot of gigs that I actually got and I turned down, But I would always put myself in a position just to be seen, just to be, be out there. Right. And a lot of time I wouldn't take them. I would just go out and try to get the gig and just to keep my face kind of in the mix. Prince.
Yeah, tell us about the Prince jam you did.
I should play this place. I almost forgot that too just now. I should play this place up in Hollywood. It was called Black and Blue. And we was hired as a little lounge act, blues act. And that's when I was saying I just got hip to Stevie Ray, so I was trying to really get into the blues thing. Now basically we played blues, but then we played like a lot of funk stuff too. So, and actually would do a few Prince songs that I played with this particular unit. I had a band called Just Us, who was a power trio, and so.
So you knew some Prince material, and lo and behold, who's in the audience?
Now, when I have lo and behold, he walks in. Now, I saw this, somebody walk past me. I sauld this red suit.
Because he's a sharp dresser.
Yeah, I saw this red suit, big white buttons. And I didn't know who it was, but I would play with two amps and two guitars. I always kept stereo. And so
he was tempted right off the bat.
Yeah. So what happened, we was playing, and then a friend of mine, the guy who was running it, I think his name was Darren Carroll. I think that was his last name. I'm not sure. But his name was Darren. He kind of hired us for the little thing. They had like they put on different parties in different places. So anyway, he said, man, you won't never guess who just came in here. And he kind of got to my ear and said, Prince. I'm like, what? He said, oh, okay, cool. And so, being a guitar player, I know what guitar players like.
You want to get up on stage.
When we get, so what happened, we were playing and, and at about maybe not even 10 minutes later, his bodyguard came up and said, hey man, Prince want to know if it's okay for him to play with you. Come on, And so he came up, man, and I had a 60 Strat with me and an 82. A white 60 Strat, and I said, which one we play? So he wanted the white one, so go ahead. So I played my other one. We played, man, we jammed, man, and we jammed. And so he came every week, as long as we had that gig until we got fired, and hung out. It was cool because as many times I waited in line to see him on tours and gigs, and and the idea that he was giving me love, you know, and I was talking, we talked, you know, and people say, you know, I said, no, I don't know him. But see, I think at the time he really wasn't talking to too many people at the time, you know. But just, I think just more so as a guitar player thing, you know, it was
just
that,
musician
thing, you know what I mean? So, and we were kind of like a garage band type, that raw, just
you guys didn't
raw.
act super starstruck.
No, we got on him.
Let's get down to the music.
You know, we got to him, like, hey, come on. You know, and my buddy was like the drummer friend of mine. Was like come on, man, come on with it.
You're a superstar. Come on, let's do it.
But I mean, it was this is what we were doing. So you know, we were just raw. We didn't care who you were. If you're
good, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
And so, and evidently we was okay because he wouldn't want to play with, you know, he wouldn't have came back weekly. You know. And you know, but it was, I mean, it was nice, man. You know, he did something, you know, we was jamming. I said, come on, let's step out. And so he said, nah, I just lay in the background. He did something that was actually kind of nice, and I can't say the words that I said to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, he was cool, and like, you know,
well, that's a great memory to have.
Yeah, I mean, I worked with, you know, like a lot. I mean, oh man, I had to think about Jasmine guy. You know, I got a gig with In Vogue. I got offered a gig, but I didn't take it. You know, my friends did because I wasn't really sure about the financial part of it. You know, so you know.
Yeah, because you work a regular full-time job.
Yeah, so I was working, man. So I mean, and I took off when I went out with Quick. I took off for a while. You know, I went out. I didn't collect any money from, you know, disability or anything because I was, you know, if I'm gonna make money, I'm not gonna be greedy and you know whatever. I had a legitimate excuse why I was off, but I got off. What happened? I did a senior hall show with Quick, DJ Quick, and Rob Bacon, who's a good friend of mine. He was a guitar player on Senior Hall Show band, and he actually did most of Quick's album.
Have you found any of this stuff out there on YouTube?
I actually found, I saw it. I did Tonight Show with TLC with Jay Leno. I actually found some stuff. You know,
that's out there.
Yeah,
that's great.
TLC. I think it might have been like 92, 93. I'm not sure what year, but I did work with Cisco and Maya. I did stuff with them. I did Sinbad show when he had a show, talk show.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I did that with them. You know, it's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, and I'm finding stuff. You know, because you know I'm just stuff just popping up. So when I do a little searching, so I put their name in, not mine. I put their name in.
Find the history.
Yeah,
that's
so,
a good thing.
And the thing is, I had a tape years ago, man, with everybody that I played with. I had a videotape with all the stuff on there. I had a friend of mine use it. I never got it back. And man,
that happens when you loan
where my tape at, man? You know, and it's still. I mean, and so now I don't give about anything.
Yeah. Well, speaking about all that history, let's make some history right now. How about doing a little bit of jamming here and let you show your stuff? Sound like a plan?
Yeah, if I can.
Well, I'll just throw down something. Maybe something easy. Little Jimmy Jams. Well done. Marvin McDaniel.
Thank you very much.
That's great. Well, let's do something else. We'll pick another key, and you want to try one of your guitars?
Why not?
Give it another go.
Yeah, I'll try. Maybe I'll get a telly.
Yeah.
I'll put this over here. Just go with this one.
Choices.
Yeah, too many. That's the problem. It was a lot simpler when I just had one or two.
Yeah.
You know, now I got to.
You got to keep the rust off them too.
Yeah, that's true.
Want to try that little thing in A minor we were doing?
I don't remember what it was. You go ahead.
That little Woodstock riff. Or I could just do, how's this? Very tasty.
A little bit.
All right. Teletone too.
Yes,
That's rich.
Yeah, telly got different. I actually just really started playing tellies. I got 4 tellies.
Well, we're going to take a break for just a second. We'll be right back with more with Marvin McDaniel. Thank you. Welcome back to Lawndale Guitar Show. Our guest has been Marvin McDaniel, and he's brought in his latest release, CD, Marvin McDaniel, Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Thank you, Marvin. And
You're welcome.
I see on here that you've got sort of a mixture of some originals and some old standards, Albert King and Jimi Hendrix, etc.
Yeah, all the people that I like.
Uh-huh.
I figure I'd just do whatever,
Whatever
mix it up.
pleases you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, I mean, and so far I've been getting good, reviews on the people.
Uh-huh.
Everybody likes it. So
Now, if somebody wants to get themselves a copy of this, you have a Facebook link?
yeah, I'm on Facebook, and I'm actually on Reverb Nation. I'm on what's that other thing? Man, I can't think of the name.
Your Facebook page is your name, and
yeah, my Facebook page is my name, and I'm on CD Baby too. So
okay.
CD Baby and all that stuff too. All that.
So people could grab a
you
copy
can buy
and give
a
a
copy,
listen.
download, however you want to do it. All that stuff is there too.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, you want to take it out with some jamming?
Jamming.
Put that
Thursday
down there.
afternoon.
Really tear up some blues there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.